This shit brings people together. Bro, this shit stopped the world war. Did y'all forget that, bro? This is the only sport that stopped the world war, bro. YouTube, back with another video, man. Today we're reacting to comparing football fame to other sports. Let's get straight to it.
Durant. Without a doubt, the GOATs of this LeBron James, Stephen Curry, and Kevin Durant. Without a doubt, the GOATs of this generation of basketball. Now, I wonder how many likes would a picture with the three GOATs get? I mean, it's gotta be at least 1 million, right? I mean, these are global superstars, the best in their sport. Kim Kardashian and Kylie Jenner easily crack 1 million on every other like random post. 3 superstars all together in one picture has to at least crack 1 million likes, right? What does that say? 894,000. And the post has been up for almost 2 years. Maybe these guys aren't as popular as I thought they were. But hey, since we have the basketball, NBA GOATs of this generation in one picture, I think it's only fair that we get an equivalent for soccer. Football, basketball, they're both super popular sports that can be found all over the world. So I'm
like, everybody that's not in America knows football is the most famous sport in the world. It's just Americans that think like American football or basketball is like more popular, and it is more popular in like America, but everywhere else is soccer, bro, or football, whatever you want to call it. Everybody knows that, though.
The difference can be that massive, right? I'd say this is a somewhat equivalent picture. We got 2 of the GOATs of the modern era of football. Now, if we really wanted to make it fair, we'd probably throw someone like Neymar in there, so it's 3 GOATs versus 3 GOATs. But I think these 2 GOATs can hold their own. So let's see how many likes they got. 41 million. But hey, to be fair, this picture was from 4 years ago, and the other one was from 2 years.
Not even just that. This picture is kind of fake, bro. Is this picture fake? Like, no, I don't think this picture is fake. Ronaldo posted this? Damn, I didn't know that shit.
Ago. But I mean, you could also make the point that this picture has 2 GOATs, the other one has 3. So I think that evens out. So unless you've been living under a rock, you've probably seen or heard of the FIFA World Cup. It's the premier international soccer tournament. It's held every 4 years, and it has different national teams competing to see who's the best national team. And I think that the one thing that this World Cup has highlighted to the world, especially America, is just how popular football is as a sport. And yes, during this video, we're calling it football. We're not calling it soccer.
Fun fact, this game is called soccer, not football. Football-type games have been played around the world for centuries, but soccer as we know it today originated in 1863.
Yeah, gang, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't hearing all of that. We're calling it football. Now,
what the hell originated is he talking about? What the hell is this nigga talking about? I low-key want to watch this video just so I could spaz on this nigga, bro, because what the fuck is he talking about? What? Who is this nigga, bro?
The game is called soccer, not football. Football-type games have been played around the world for centuries, but soccer as we know it today originated in 1863.
Yeah, gang, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't hearing all of that. We're calling it football. Okay, now, as I went down this rabbit hole of social media posts and how many likes they received, I started wondering different things. Think of it like one of those late night bizarre questions that pop up in your mind and you just have to get up and Google. Yeah, that was me. After seeing that post get 41 million likes, I started wondering what's the most liked post by a soccer player. And it turns out it was a post by Lionel Messi. And then I started wondering, what's the most liked post by an athlete? Again, it turned out to be Lionel Messi. Now, you probably saw this coming, but my next inquiry was, what's the most liked social media post? And once again, it's that same post by Lionel Messi. The post...
I was in them likes too. I'm not going. I was 100% in them likes. I'm one of the 74 million likes. I'm very proud to say I'm one of the 74 million likes, 100%. I was probably there before it was 1 million, nigga. I ain't gonna lie.
He made on December 18, 2022, celebrating Argentina's FIFA World Cup victory. And here's the post for anyone wondering. Now, am I surprised that it's linked to soccer? Not at all. It's simply just another example of the popularity of soccer. So yeah, for any of you that didn't know before, this is the most liked social media post. And just in case you were curious, this is the most liked social media post by an NBA player. It was LeBron's tribute to Kobe. Rest in peace, Black Mamba. Just from these Instagram posts alone, it's pretty obvious to see the disparity between football fame and any other fame.
They're both top of the top, but overall, I feel like you hear more about LeBron. Like LeBron opens up schools for kids. He gives back to his community.
We go to a foreign country, they gonna know who Messi is. I go to a foreign country, they might think I'm LeBron.
And just
no, that's facts though.
To give you more perspective, here's the follower count of the top 4 players in football, basketball, and American football. I mean, this isn't even a competition. Each football player has at least 4 times the follower count of their counterpart. And at this point, American football isn't even in the conversation. I mean, even the least followed basketball player on this list has more followers than the most followed American football player on this list. And you know, the crazy thing is, out of all these ballers, the ones who seem to be getting more followers are the football players. With the other sports, it seems that they either slightly increased or decreased. We got Cristiano sitting at 677 million, LeBron James now sitting at 154 million, Odell Beckham sitting at 16.5 million, Lionel Messi, the second most followed football player, sitting at 515 million, Stephen Curry sitting at 57.1 million, Travis Kelce sitting at 7.7 million, Neymar sitting at 242 million, Russell Westbrook sitting at 21.7 million, and Patrick Mahomes sitting at 6.4 million. Brief intermission, y'all. I got an opportunity for you. If you've ever wished that payday came sooner, this might actually help. There's the with stands the count. Just steps. You'll see you links. Help. Lamine Yamal has only been in the equal to or on top of their finances. I mean, it's to the point that even the young rising stars of football have equal to, if not more, popularity than the top goats of other sports. I mean, Lamine Yamal has only been in the spotlight for a couple of years, and he already has more followers than a legend like Mike Tyson. And honestly, when it comes to a 19-year-old like Lamine Yamal, I think TikTok is a better representation of his popularity because TikTok is more popular within that.
Bro, look at these fucking views, bro. 314 million, 634 million, 226. Bro, this guy doesn't get nothing under like 220, bro. That's crazy. Bro, I wonder how much money like your social media like pages make, bro. Like, imagine how much money this guy makes on TikTok, bro. And it's crazy because he probably don't even care because that money's like, it's nothing compared to his goddamn salary. Like his yearly salary on goddamn Barcelona, it's probably nothing. But to a nigga like me, shit, that shit could change a nigga's life. Bro.
And as you can see, he has more followers on TikTok than on Instagram. And his posts all go mega viral. It's to the point where he low-key started a trend for being able to go mega viral for doing the bare minimum. For example, with his most recent video, it's literally a 9-second video where he pants to his hat and then he pants to his shirt and then he just lays back. 43 million likes.
Wasn't that after they won the thingy though? So you kind of understand why they.
314 million views. And watch this. I'm about to refresh the page. Let's see if it changes.
Hell yeah, it's gonna change, boy.
Well, that was kind of anticlimactic, but
me too. I thought it was gonna change.
It's been going up pretty fast. Dude literally started a trend of people trying to go as viral as him just from doing what he did in that video. What Lamine Yamal did and got 13 million likes, by the way. He's well past 13 million likes now, buddy. And the funny part is these videos mimicking Lamine Yamal do end up going viral. This video is sitting at 700k views. Seeing if I can go as viral as Lamine Yamal's 20 million video. Yamal posted this and got 34 million likes. Type of shit Lamine Yamal posts for 43 million likes. What Lamine Yamal did and got 42 million likes, by the way. The type of shit Lamine Yamal does for 40 million likes. And I'd say his post did pretty well. This World Cup has shown us some of the craziest feats of popularity that we've ever seen. For example, with the Cape Verde goalie. He had a legendary performance against the World Cup winners, Spain. Now, after noticing Vizinha's low follower count, Kaze TV, a Brazilian streaming service, gave Vizinha a shout out and encouraged people to follow him.
Isso. Pro Vozinha. @Vozinha1. O Vozinha só tem 50 mil seguidores, cara. Não, ele não pode ter só 50 mil. É o grande destaque do primeiro. Só tem 50 mil seguidores.
Oh, he had 50k before?
Cara, ele não pode ter só 50 mil. É o grande destaque do primeiro tempo. E a galera do chat tá pirando com o Vozinha. Por que não dar uma moral pra ele? Por que não seguir o Vozinha? Vamos dar essa força pro cara.
Vozinha has become a big story, not just Cabo Verde, but also him as the goalkeeper of that team. And you helped kind of promote him in a way. I mean, maybe you're his agent at this point now. Tell me about the story, how he came above, how you saw him and how you talked about him and now how he's blown up.
Yeah, because it was the game against Spain, right? It was a new
first game?
Yeah, the first game of the World Cup. I entered the game believing that Spain would
as everybody
10-0. Yeah, 4 or 5-0, and all of a sudden Vozinha became the story of the game, and we have this kind of spirit to bring our community to join and to appreciate whoever is doing well. So we just call on them and say, let's follow Vozinha right now because he's doing well against Spain. this guy deserves.
Yeah.
And he's even without a club right now. So all of a sudden, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million.
Yeah.
29.
The whole world.
30 million though, bro. Mind you, this guy just had a breakout like career at like 40. This guy's old as shit, low key, but imagine going from 50K to like 30 million in like a week.
Bro, like came together and followed this guy.
And in a matter of days, Vazinha went from 50,000 followers to millions of followers. As of now, his Instagram is almost at 30 million followers. And it's not just his Instagram. His TikTok is currently sitting at 2.7 million followers. I think if aliens ever came down to Earth and did like a study on humans, the sport that they would pick to represent humanity would definitely be
100%.
football. Football isn't just popular.
Bro, y'all got, bro, like this shit is worldwide. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Every other country in the world plays football, bro. Like, even if it's not like because you got some countries too, like, it might not be like, when I say the most popular, I mean like, the country might not be good in soccer. Like Jamaica. Jamaica's not good in soccer, but everybody still plays soccer, bro. It doesn't matter if we all suck. We still love the sport. Like, Jamaicans is good in track and field. It don't matter. We still I play soccer. I didn't grow up playing track and field. That's the like, track and field is the sport that we take a lot of pride in because we do great in track and field. You know, we got a lot of fast players and shit. But like I said, everybody still plays soccer, bro. The people that run play soccer. The people that play cricket play soccer. The people that play, I don't even want to call it soccer, football. Like, everybody plays football, bro. My bad. Yeah, I've been living in America for a while. They got me with the soccer shit, but I know it's called football. I don't need to hear the whole shit, bro. I'm tired of it. But anyways, like, this shit is worldwide, bro. This shit brings people together. Bro, this shit stopped the World War. Did y'all forget that, bro? This is the only sport that stopped the World War, bro. I think it was World War II or something, bro. What? I don't want to be inaccurate. So, you can't see that, bro. I be pirating games. I mean, I don't pirate games at all. But fuck, I'm not even gonna talk about that. What nations stopped the World War? To play soccer or football. I see football. I think it was Germany and another team. It was, Spain. Oh, I was about to say Spain. Britain and Germany, bro. Bro, England and Germany literally stopped the World War, bro. Mind you, they are killing each other, bro. These guys are killing each other, bro. They was like, all right, yo, chill. Let's all chill. We gonna get a quick game in, man. We gonna get a quick game in today, and then tomorrow we could go back to like blowing each other up and shit. But today, bro, let's kick the goddamn ball, bro. Like, look at this shit, bro. It was not the entire nation. Okay, but whatever. The frontline soldiers, bro, they stopped, bro. They paused the war. It was World War I, not bad. They paused the World War on Christmas Day, bro. Oh, damn, I didn't even know they did that too. Sing carols, exchange gifts. I just know they played soccer or football. But, bro, do you know how crazy that is, bro? And I know y'all saying, oh, they didn't just play football. They sing carols, exchange gifts, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you, if it wasn't for football, this shit wouldn't happen. They wouldn't have been singing carols and exchanging gifts. That's kind of a crazy story too. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, damn, that's kind of fucked up, bro. I don't even want to get it. That's a whole nother conversation with like war and shit.
It's literally everywhere. You can travel to any continent on Earth and you'll find people playing football. You don't need a massive field. You don't need expensive equipment. Shoot, you don't even need a real football.
Yo, bro. Oh my God, I remember playing in Jamaica, bro. Bro, we didn't even have a real ball. We did some shit like this, but this, I ain't gonna lie, this ball looks way better. Like, our ball was made out of like plastic bags, and we just wrapped like hundreds and hundreds of plastic bags together, bro, with like tape, bandages, whatever we could, just like hold the shit together like this. And that shit lasted us for like a week, bro. That shit was so fun though, because we actually had a big ball. And in Jamaica, like, when we used to play on the fucking soccer fields as a like kid, like this age, we used to call it primary school. We used to play in like primary school. We couldn't afford a ball like this. So most of the times we play like with like a handball, like a small tiny ball like this. And that's all we could afford, like a tennis ball. It was literally a tennis ball. And it was like $100. $100 in Jamaica is like $1. So we'll buy a tennis ball for $1, and everybody would play with that. But I remember the time somebody built like a ball like this. It was so fun, bro. Oh, it was. I miss times like that, low key,
Board
bro.
kids have some of the most creative, genius ways
You
of
got
creating
to.
makeshift
Yes,
footballs.
yes, like, bro, that's crazy. They still do it,
Football.
bro.
Board kids have some of the most creative, genius ways of
This, I swear to God, it was literally like this, but it wasn't like bamboo and shit. It was just like elastic bands and like whatever we could wrap that shit around. But it wasn't. But it was plastic like this, literally plastic like this, and we just kept wrapping it and wrapping it.
creating makeshift footballs. I've seen a bundle of socks wrapped into each other used as a football.
Yep.
I've seen plastic bottles filled with sand
Yep.
used as footballs. Honestly, with
sand is
football,
crazy,
if there's
bro.
a will, there's a way. And
Yeah.
obviously, it doesn't take much to make a goal. Shoot, you can use 2 rocks. I
Yeah.
think this accessibility is one of football's greatest advantages. You can get the full experience of football with the bare minimum. But you can't say the same thing with all these other sports. For example, basketball requires a hoop and a
Yeah.
ball that actually bounces.
I will facts, but I will say with basketball too, though, you do need like a ball that bounces pulls, but you could make it with you could make a hoop out of a bucket. I seen that before.
If you want to get the full experience of American football, you need a field, pads.
No, I completely disagree. Once again, I was living in Jamaica. We had a football. That's all we needed, nigga. We didn't have pads. We didn't have nothing. We didn't even have grass. We was playing on dirt. We was playing on gravel, bro. I swear to God. And motherfuckers was tackling, bro. It was crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It was crazy.
Helmets. And I mean, sure, you could do something like play flag football, but then you're not actually getting the full experience. Baseball requires bats, gloves, and a large playing area. Hockey requires ice. Football just requires
Once again,
something.
I don't play base. They don't play baseball in Jamaica, but they play cricket. You don't need all of that shit. You need a bat and a ball and a crate. So like, he's from America clearly. So first world country, he thinks you need all this stuff. Everybody from like a third world country, places of poverty, no, you don't need all that shit to play no sport, bro. For real, like.
That can be kicked. That's basically all
But I
the startup
understand what he's
costs.
saying,
And that's
though.
part of the reason why it's such a global sport. Whether it's in the slums of Brazil, the villages in Africa, you can play football anywhere. And another reason why football is so popular is because it has such a massive talent pool. For example, with a sport like basketball, you're looking for a very particular athlete because height matters a lot. If you want to play in the NBA, being 6'10 obviously isn't mandatory, but being taller obviously gives you an enormous advantage. The average NBA player is 6 feet 6 inches tall. The average American man is 5 feet 9 inches tall. Now, I'm not saying the average man stands no chance, but they're definitely at a huge disadvantage.
Yeah.
The height issue, along with accessibility, definitely limit the talent pool for basketball.
Facts. Unless your name is Jalen Brunson. Shout out to my goal.
And then with things like American football and the NFL, there's sort of a similar issue. Because American
you gotta
football
be
has so
big,
many
bro.
different positions that require so many different
Yeah.
body types. For example, a wide receiver
lie,
compared to a lineman
fuck
or a
American
running back
football. I'll
or
never
even a
play that
kicker.
shit.
These positions all require completely different physical profiles. Some athletes are simply too small for certain positions. Others are too slow. Some might not be explosive enough. The sport itself creates physical filters. But you see, football is different. You can be short, you can be tall, you can be skinny, you can be muscular, you can be physically powerful, incredibly fast. You can be a goalkeeper who's 6'7", or you can be like Lionel Messi who's 5'7". The sport doesn't have one single body type that dominates every position. A player who's 5'5" could become one of the best football players in history because they have a low center of gravity. They're explosive, shifty, and they change directions easily. A tall player could become a world-class striker. A small player could become an elite midfielder. A fast player can become a winger. A player with incredible reflexes can become a goalkeeper. Honestly, as long as you're athletic, there's really a place on a football field for anybody. I've even
agree.
played soccer against middle-aged uncles with
Bro,
beer bellies, and they're
they
freaking
nice as
beasts.
shit,
I mean,
yes.
those guys will put a lot of the youth to shame. And you
Yes,
see,
bro.
while something like the Super Bowl is the biggest sporting event in the United States, the FIFA World Cup is the biggest sporting event in the world. It's literally a global cultural event at this point.
Bro, look at them on the back, bro. Like on top of this messed up building. Like that's crazy, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like this is the only sport I know that could bring people together like this, bro. Like you'll get this in New York after we won the chip. You get what I'm saying? But we gotta win the chip first. Like these people are coming together just to watch the game, bro. Just to watch it, just to see what happens, bro. It's
I mean, even people who've never watched or played football will tune into the World Cup. And not only will they tune in, they will be fully invested. You'll find people being excited, having strong opinions, shouting in joy and excitement or disappointment depending on how their team is performing. And the thing is, most of the time, no one's going to call them out for not previously being football fans or label them as bandwagons.
I will, but most of the people won't. But I definitely will. I'm not even gonna lie. I definitely will. Especially if you don't know what you're talking about, you're gonna piss me off.
Because everyone knows that football brings people together. And then there's also the tribalism aspect where everyone is rooting for their nation. And if their nation loses, they'll start rooting for people from their continent, even if it's a country they don't necessarily rock with. I mean, in the past, the World Cup has even brought together countries that have gone to war, even if it's temporarily. For example, with the US and Iran, in the 1998 FIFA World Cup, the two squads posed for a historic joint photo, and Iranian players handed white roses to the Americans in a gesture of peace. England and West Germany met in the 1966 World Cup final, 2 decades after the end of World.
Oh, I ain't even. But even the thing I said before the World War, after the World War, it's crazy.
World War II, North and South Korea, while fielding separate teams, the two nations temporarily united the 2010 World Cup in South Africa. There are just so many of these instances where football brings people together. Now, obviously, there are also predicaments where football breeds hatred, but we're not going to highlight that in this video. If a sport causes you to be racist, then that just shows us your character. Now, before we end this video, of course, we have to go back and check on Lamine Yamal's post. And as you can see, since the last time we checked, he's up by a couple million views. And he's even dropped a new post that's sitting at 70 million views right now. With that being said, though, I think I'm going to wrap the video up here. I appreciate y'all for watching. Go ahead and like, comment, subscribe. And while you're...
Yo, y'all heard what that man said, bro. Like, comment, subscribe, bro. Y'all do the same for me, man. Let me give my boy a like. But yo, that's the end of the video. I hope y'all appreciate it. I agree with most of what he said, bro. Like, bro, it's just the world. It's a around the world thing, bro. It's really a World Cup. You know, like when America be like World Series or whatever, and it's really just America. Like, no, like we really have a World Cup where teams gotta like they gotta fight for the World Cup, bro. And that shit was so. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like I say this like every other video now, but I miss the World Cup so much. It was so fun, bro. It was so fun just like being in the atmosphere. I didn't get to go to the games, but just being in the atmosphere and shit, it was still like so fun. It was so refreshing seeing that much like Americans care about football. It was fun. I ain't gonna lie, I liked it. I wish it didn't end, but sadly everything good gotta come to an end. Everything gotta come to an end either way, but I miss that shit, bro. But man, that's the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it, man. If y'all did, make sure y'all like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on post notifications, all that good shit, man. It's your boy Neil Keanu. I'm out. Peace.